our second episode. I'm excited. And our question is that we came up with is how to build confidence and be on fire with your path. I think it's pretty ambitious.
Yeah. We explored what we were going to talk about this week, last week, didn't we? And it felt like,
Yeah.
okay, let's give it a go and see what we come up with, really.
Yeah, because we are interested in this topic, and we know people are having this in their life as a topic. So we thought, why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. I sort of I actually looked up the definition of confidence. And it was really interesting. I think I've got it here. Yeah, like what is the true meaning of confidence? And the on it here it says confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities, not in an arrogant way, but in a realistic, secure way. Confidence isn't about feeling superior to others. It's a quiet inner knowledge that you're capable.
Wow. Yeah, I was just teaching a class today actually about motivation, and there was a experiment that I showed to the students about power poses, and the researcher said that in power poses, when we show ourselves to be confident, we stand up and like do it like this, or like a Wonder Woman posture with your hands on the hips and things like that. Then your testosterone hormone is raising and your cortisol is dropping, and that means that you are confident and laid back and calm at the same time. And I really loved it.
Wow.
Because that's what we really like, isn't it? That we feel that we have it like together, but at the same time we are relaxed.
Yeah.
That's what catches me.
Yeah, that's
Confident.
fascinating. What it's the inner ability I like the sound of, because it does come from within, doesn't it? And it
Yeah.
takes courage to be confident and do things that you've never done before. Like, well, I was scared to start off with doing this podcast. I've never done one before. I mean, we've even got like more technical now with the microphone, and just to get a better sound quality and the research, and that helped, I think, build our confidence up a little bit, because we had no idea
Yeah.
how to start.
Yeah.
We're just sort of picking it up as we go along. But I think that's what building your confidence is. It is about taking steps, doing actions, like researching, learning.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And we also learned about um, yeah, having the we don't have the courage when we had such experiences in our childhood, where we thought that when we don't do well, then we are judged, like our whole personality is judged. And I think it's also really deep, because when you don't experience that, it's not just your actions that you do not the right way, not in the right direction, I mean, but that when you are failing in something and something doesn't succeed for you, then you are the reason.
that's
Like,
really, yeah, no, that's really true, because I remember when I think I failed my maths. I just couldn't get my head around it, and then I resat it. I think I was 16, and then I had a different teacher who used a different method, and then I passed. Um, and that, for me, it gave me the confidence that I can do it. But it was how I was guided and how I was corrected, and how the next teacher held the space for me, really.
yeah. It's also so interesting that sometimes I think think of confidence as something that like actually separates me from others. Like I am confident, and then like I'm a little bit raising above. I'm sorry, but I have this in my mind. And also what you just said, feels so different because it feels so connected, so like as a community spirit.
Yeah.
And in that, you have the confidence, you build the confidence within a safe space of someone who is ready to help you.
Yeah.
It's different.
It is different. And what I like about the question is like building the confidence, because to get to become
Mm.
to get to the place to be confident, you have to practice.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to do,
Inner work also, because we have all the baggage, what we usually say, psychology and self-improvement courses, like you have the baggage, and
yeah.
we have to, unlearn some things that we learn. Like there is another concept, learned helplessness, actually, which is usually demonstrated with the elephant, like little elephant in India. They, put a rope on their leg, and they are tying it to just a little wooden stick. And the elephant, while she is small, she cannot move. But when she gets bigger and grown up, she doesn't try anymore. Although she would be grown up and strong enough to just
Wow.
undo it very easily. But they
Yeah.
just don't try anymore. And it's like learned helplessness. So we have to unlearn learned helplessness, I
Yeah.
think, in our lives, where in the areas where we think we don't try anymore because we disappointed in ourselves, or we had a disappointing experience.
Absolutely. I know another thing, going back to school again and confidence. We have in England, in the UK, when between 16 and 18, in the
Mm-hmm.
times that I was doing exams, they're called A levels, advanced levels,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
I failed. And I think from that moment, I picked up a belief. I mean, I didn't study particularly. I was too busy
Mm-hmm.
partying and just wanted to enjoy myself. And so I wasn't really as committed, so that I sort of take responsibility for that now. But at the time, when I failed, I sort of had this belief, well, I'm not academic. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I told myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I believed that I wasn't academic. Then I started, I think I did a few courses in my 20s, and then I actually started training to be a counselor
Mm-hmm.
in my
Yes.
40s. And I just
You
found
build it. You build
I
it.
built
Your
it.
confidence
Yeah, I
until
built
then.
it. But you know what? Where that I found the confidence when I did the Avatar course when I was
Mm-hmm.
40 years old, and working
Yeah.
for myself,
So
and
that
let
was really in synchron. When
yeah,
you
and
did the self-improvement, when
yeah,
you discovered all the things
this,
about you or unlearned,
yeah,
and then you were able to step into it. That's so
and
amazing.
started learning again. And
Yeah.
it was, and you never stop learning.
Lifelong learning.
Yeah,
That's an
yeah,
expression. Yeah, lifelong learning actually is a very nice concept, especially if you have the inner drive to do it, and the curiosity for life to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think though it's and as confident as you may be in certain areas,
Mm-hmm.
and if you get a knockback, or if something happens, someone might lose a job, or someone might say an opinion and or judge you, it can really put you back if
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if you let it, I suppose, if you
Yeah.
allow that.
Yeah. Yeah, true confidence. If we are, I just told this to the students. I wouldn't imagine I would talk so much about my class today, but it's just so connected here,
Yeah.
that I told the students that it's so much more realistic to see things as they happen, not so personal to you. Like they are just happening. There are ups and downs in life. Sometimes things succeed for you, sometimes not. Sometimes you miss a train, so or like more serious stuff that
Mm.
you consider more serious, and then but what could change the whole person of you, like you as a whole person? Like nothing can change that.
That's when discouragement kicks right in, doesn't it?
And I also, when we discovered this topic, when we agreed on it, I also wanted to talk about the other end of the thing, when it's like something too good or very good, like when something lifts you up, like, you know, you are loved, you are a known person, and there's a lot of attention on you. It lifts you up, but then not to you know, fly away with that. You also need to have that kind of stability inside, because then what happens if you lose that crowd, or you know, or just lose that success, or lose that position? Then you cannot crash, because you are not that. You are not determined. You shouldn't be determined by that, I think. But maybe it's a little harsh to say, but I really think that it's, I think, harder to you know, put in practice than to say it. But
I think what I've learned is to do new things, and to do things that stretch you outside your comfort zone. And I never really liked it. And when I was younger, it was like life put me in an uncomfort zone because I was so comfortable where I was. But now it's like I started to deliberately create stuff, like coming out my comfort zone. For example,
nice. Like what?
For
Give an example.
For example, I went ziplining in Costa Rica. And I was really, I don't like heights. Simple. I don't like, and I just thought, okay, you just got to get over my fear. And I had a really nice guide that took us all the way up the forest that we're in, and supported, connected, felt safe, and then did 10 zip lines down a forest, and I would do it again.
Nice.
My fear.
I have a similar thing. Before, I didn't even had this fear of heights. Heights? How you say that?
Heights.
Fear of heights. Recently, I somehow developed that. But when I'm in the top of like a big tower, we were there just in Prague recently. I just at the same time feel so on top of the world, like so excited, so inspired, like to do things with my life. At the same time, so frightened.
Yeah.
It's the same time.
Like,
And from what we are talking about, the saying that comes to my mind is the only person who we should, you know, like compete with is ourselves. Like, can I be better than I was yesterday? Can I step out more to the world than I was able to step out yesterday?
And I think
that's the only competition.
That when you do it, and you've the achievement and the accomplishment, that relights it. What was it we said in the question about keeping the fire in your path? You know, it like fires you up. You know.
Now we talk about the fire. Yeah. We forgot about it a bit. But we are getting there. Yeah, the fire. Yeah, when you talk about the fire,
I think that's like it's energy. It's like an energy, a ball of, gives you energy. And you've the fire in your belly, or like what else can I do next?
And what I noticed with this is that it's so inspiring to others when they see on you how happy you are with your progress, how happy you are with stretching and experiencing new things about yourself, or experiencing that I can do this. It's so inspiring.
It is.
And it's not that. That was like a quote today, actually, in my calendar, that you can teach with your example 10 times more than you can teach with your words.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's good to be on fire. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think, it is comfortable being in your it is comfortable being in your comfort zone. It really is.
It is. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel you don't move far
Yeah.
unless you
And
decide
after
to
a
go.
while, I think your zone, which is your comfort zone or your life, starts to shrink after a while.
Mm,
We have the story in the Avatar course about the pumpkin.
yeah.
That's what comes to my mind. Maybe one day we make a little reading of that, or like a chat about
Yeah,
that too. We could,
yeah.
yeah, like, but it's basically about a pumpkin that is put in like a carrying, what's that? Like a, what's that
The
carrying?
jar, the
The
jug,
jug, the jug,
the jug.
the jug is someone put in a jug, so it protects it from the elements and from the weather, so it can grow safely. But after a time, the jug will be too tight for this pumpkin, and if it doesn't break the jug, which can be terrifying but exciting at the same time,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it starts to rot. That's what the story says.
Yeah, that is an amazing. It's so
Uh,
true. And my experience of when I'm out of my comfort, I mean, I think I'm out of my comfort zone now doing I mean, I'm getting a little bit more confident doing it, but I feel like I'm sailing on the edge of my comfort zone, like,
I think
ooh.
that's the best thing we could do, and that's the growing zone.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
yeah, it's too terrifying to take a bigger step. I think there is no ground there, and in the edge is always the most exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it's fine going step by step as we do these podcasts, and we're just getting
We're
more
getting warmed up.
warmed up. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I
So
loved it
yeah.
today. Yeah. Would you like to say something more? What
No,
do you think?
I think that's pretty cool. We can finish right there, but we can actually do a little exercise
Yeah,
to
we
finish off.
brought the listeners an exercise today, which is called the compassion exercise, because last time we already wanted to finish with that. This time, yeah, we are going to do that because it's a really heartwarming, beautiful exercise, and it has 5 steps, and it is taken on a person who we like to feel more compassion with at this moment, whoever comes to our mind.
Okay. So Esther, you got someone in mind that you'd like to extend the compassion exercise to?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, and the listeners, whoever's listening, if everyone's got someone that you want to do it, then we'll go ahead.
Yeah,
Just give everyone a moment to find someone.
yeah.
Okay. So with attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for his, her life. With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his, her life. With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. With attention on the person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his, her needs. With attention on a person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is learning about life.
Yeah. Shall we say this quote about love?
Yeah.
Love is the expression of the willingness to create space in which something is allowed to change. So,
Yeah. Very nice.
and we wrap it up now.
Yeah. We finish until the next episode, which will be in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks we hear each other again.
Mhm.
Until then, take care and
Thank you for listening.
thank you for listening. Of course, yeah. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. See you.
See you.